Today on Why I Kept It, Belfort. Belfort is a worker placement game that came out back in 2011 by Tasty Minstrel Games, and right up front I'll tell you why I kept it. It's because this game is great and nobody talks about it anymore. Nobody plays this game. You know, I checked the BGG page and it's up at 288, but the game is effectively forgotten. When this came back out in 2011, I got it as a review copy. A caveat there. I reviewed it for MTV at the time, so, you know, I'm off the cuff. Here's my raw opinion. The game was fantastic. Got a lot of buzz at the time. I guess it was a flash in the pan. It kind of put Tasty Minstrel on the map for me. Probably one of my favorite companies in the years since then. And this was the first game I'd played from them that was a big hit with me. And it's got a bit of a history too, being Jay Cormier and Sen-Foong Lim. That's a design duo, one of the better design duos you've seen come into board gaming in recent years. They've also put out Akrotiri, which is a fantastic two-player game. They also did Junk Art, so they've got a good width and breadth of different types of games that these two guys can put out. So enough about, you know, the history of what Belfort is. Like I said, why I kept it is because I want to show it to more people, because it shouldn't be, you know, a game comes out and then 6 years later it's already dust. I want more people to play Belfort. I'm going to keep getting it on the table when new people come around. But what actually is Belfort? Like I said, it's a worker placement game. The thing that grabbed me at the time when I first saw it was that there's two different types of workers. You know, you have placement spots all over the map that you can use, but there are circular workers, which are elves, and there are square workers, which are dwarves. You can also buy pentagonal shaped gnomes that are kind of like a open currency if you want to add additional workers. They're also upgradable. Like, you get the standard dwarf and you can go to like crazy dwarf mode. But the whole gist of this is you're playing an area control game. You're trying to build buildings in a giant city. I guess it's the city of Belfort. So you got these kind of roughly pie-shaped wedges that are individual districts in this town, and you can kind of see there's, like, you know, there's a pub and a bank and some walls you can build there. Let's pop a picture up to show you what this looks like when it's all completed. You can see the 5 wedges all come together to form one really cool looking city, and those districts are all scored individually to say, hey, have you got, you know, majority control of a certain type of building? Do you have majority presence of certain type of worker? So there's a lot of thought that goes into, you know, maximizing your score in Belfort. There's also guild cards that have variable scoring conditions for some of the various districts that can come into play as well. One of the other things I really liked about this game was that I haven't played it in a long time. I feel like I could teach it just based off of the reference material alone. Like, this clipboard looking thing is a lot of the public market type information. It reminds you what kind of trading and, you know, cashing in, cashing out you can do on your turn. And this is the player reference board, which gives you all your material storage spaces, but also gives you little numbers to let you know, hey, your starting setup, your score, the round summary. I mean, this is nothing new. This is in practically every game, but it's done really well. There's small graphic design cues all throughout this game to remind you constantly how to actually play it. The rulebook is also really well written. So kudos to Tasty Minstrel, Jay Cormier, and Sen-Foong Lim, designers as well, for putting out a really, really neat game. And I'm keeping it, so I want to keep playing it and showing it to people. If you get a chance, I highly suggest it. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Hope you get a chance to play Belfort one day. Maybe find me at a convention. I will take you up on this offer. See you around.